Thank you.
For more on the beachfront rally, let's bring back Jay Chabria, Managing Director at MAD Global Strategies, also an advisor to Ohio Republican Senator J.D. Vance. It occurs to me that the deep blue state of New Jersey should be giving a thank you to the Trump campaign for all of the economic activity that's being generated there in Wildwood by this huge rally, Jay.
People from Montana all over the country are coming there. You know, what strikes me most about this is this intensity. When you do political campaigns, one of the things you look at is who's got the most intense base. I don't know that there's any doubt that it's going to be the Trump candidacy for this election. And perhaps that's a signal to why Joe Biden seems to be aligning himself with the far left of his party at every turn, whether it's, Hamas and trying to criticize Israel, whether it's siding with the gender studies major when he forgives student loans rather than, the pipe fitters and, the laborers of this country. He continues to side with the left, and maybe it's because he's got an intensity problem on his side, and that's why he needs to bring that back up.
Yeah, it does seem that whichever way the political winds are blowing, that seems to be the direction that the sitting president wants to turn.
Well, the political wins, but only the political wins as far as it's the far left is what I'm sensing. I don't know that he's really understands what mainstream Americans are going through, what they actually care about right now. And this is when you look at the screen right here, that's what mainstream Americans care about. And when you look at these folks here, too, they've been here since noon, some people for days. They're having a great time. I don't know that I would be having a great time if I've just been standing there without any entertainment or anything like that. That's pretty amazing, and it really speaks to the intensity the former president has.
We had quite a bit of rain the last couple of days in the New York, New Jersey area, so these folks have definitely gotten, seen a few downpours, but the enthusiasm doesn't seem to be dampened at all. Now,
no,
the former president is under a gag order regarding his New York case. Can he dance around that? Do you expect him to violate that gag order? What's he going to say?
I think he'll come right up to the line and be as strong as he can on these types of issues as he always is. He'll probably use some clever Twitter names or some other things like that he used to do. But I don't think he'll cross the line is my sense. But I think he will go after Joe Biden quite a bit. I think these folks here are waiting for a lot of punchlines. He's an entertainer. He's a person that really likes to keep people on their toes. And what I think he really excels at is making sure that the mainstream pundits always clutch their pearls after this, because they do not understand what his appeal is. They can't understand who he speaks to. And that's what he's going to do many times this speech is my prediction.
At the microphone now is Doug Burgum, the former the North Dakota governor who campaigned against Trump in the primaries and obviously now is a supporter. Another supporter is a guy named J.D. Vance, who you know pretty well, and has been, well, both of these gentlemen actually have been tossed around as potential vice presidential nominees. What do you know about that?
Well, look, I think this is a process. I've actually been through this a few times with other candidates, and this is a more informal process with Donald Trump, as many things are, than most other ones. I think there are several good candidates out there. And look, I think from Senator Vance's standpoint, if the president asks him, he will be glad to serve. I think that would be an honor for anyone. But no one knows. He hasn't had any direct conversations with the president about this. This is a lot of media parlor games at this moment. Donald Trump's going to pick the person that he thinks is going to defend the best with all these sham trials that the American people believe are out there, and also going to be able to prosecute the case for the Trump presidency for the November election. And whoever does that the best, in my opinion, is going to get the nod, and there's a bunch of different good candidates for that.
Let's check in. Jay, thanks. Stick with us. We're expecting that former President Trump